5 animals that appear when you're spiritually awakening. And, pay attention to number 3. Have you ever noticed that certain animals suddenly seem to appear everywhere, almost as if they're following you? A dragonfly hovering beside you longer than seems normal. An owl staring directly into your eyes. A deer silently watching you from the edge of the forest. Most people call these moments coincidence. But what if they only started appearing after something inside you began to change? What if your spiritual awakening isn't announcing itself with words, but through the animals quietly crossing your path? Stay with me until the end, because the 3rd animal surprises almost everyone, and its message may reveal that your awakening is much further along than you realize. Nature has always spoken in symbols. For many people, certain animal encounters feel deeply meaningful, not because the animals are magical, but because of when they appear and the reflections they inspire. Today, we're exploring 5 animals that many spiritual traditions associate with awakening, intuition, and inner transformation. Let's begin. The first animal is the dragonfly. Dragonflies spend most of their lives beneath the surface of the water before emerging into the air. That transformation is why many people see them as symbols of awakening. Have you recently started questioning old beliefs? Seeing life differently? Feeling like you're waking up from a dream you didn't know you were living? Many people describe those moments as the beginning of spiritual awakening. A dragonfly appearing during this season can become a reminder that you're learning to see beyond appearances. The world hasn't changed. Your perception has. But here's the deeper question. What illusion are you finally ready to let go of? Because awakening rarely begins by finding new answers. It begins by seeing through old ones. The second animal is the owl. Owls thrive where others struggle. They see clearly in darkness. Spiritually, they often symbolize wisdom, intuition, and the ability to recognize truths that once remained hidden. Perhaps you've noticed yourself sensing people's intentions before they speak. Trusting your instincts more than logic. Feeling drawn towards silence instead of constant noise. An owl doesn't represent becoming someone new. It reminds you that you've always possessed inner wisdom. You're simply beginning to trust it. But here's where many people become uncomfortable. What truth have you been avoiding because it asks you to change? Sometimes awakening isn't about discovering something hidden. It's about finally accepting what your soul already knew. Before we continue, most people who watch Mystical Earthlings aren't actually subscribed. If these messages bring you comfort, curiosity, or a deeper appreciation for nature, please subscribe. It truly helps us share these stories with more Mystical Earthlings who may need them. Now let's continue, because the next animal has one of the gentlest and most emotional messages of awakening. The third animal is the deer. This is the one most people never expect. Unlike predators, deer don't survive through strength. They survive through awareness, sensitivity, quiet observation. Many people notice deer appearing during seasons when their intuition feels stronger than ever. When they begin feeling emotions more deeply, when crowded places become exhausting, when peace becomes more valuable than proving a point. The deer reminds us that awakening isn't becoming louder. It's becoming more aware, more compassionate, more connected. So ask yourself, have you been protecting your peace more than your ego lately? If so, that may not be weakness. It may be growth. The fourth animal is the hawk. Few creatures see the world from such incredible heights. While others focus only on what's directly in front of them, the hawk sees the entire landscape. Spiritually, many people connect hawk encounters with gaining perspective. Maybe the struggles that once consumed you suddenly seem smaller. Maybe you've stopped asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and started asking, "What is this teaching me?" That simple shift changes everything. Awakening often doesn't remove life's challenges. It changes the way you see them. The hawk reminds us to rise above fear long enough to recognize the purpose hidden inside the journey. The final animal is the fox. Foxes rarely force their way through life. They observe, adapt, wait, then move with quiet confidence. That's why many spiritual traditions associate the fox with trusting your instincts and navigating change wisely. Perhaps your awakening has reached the point where you no longer need everyone else's approval. You begin making decisions because they feel right, not because they're expected. The fox reminds us that spiritual growth isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it looks remarkably ordinary. Choosing peace over chaos, listening before speaking, walking away instead of arguing, trusting yourself instead of constantly seeking permission. Maybe that's what awakening truly is. Not becoming someone extraordinary. Simply becoming who you were always meant to be. If these 5 animals have been crossing your path recently, pause before dismissing them as random. Whether you see them as spiritual signs, meaningful coincidences, or simple reminders from nature, they invite the same question. Who are you becoming? Perhaps awakening isn't about escaping this world. Perhaps it's about finally seeing it and yourself with clearer eyes. If this message resonated with you, comment the word "awaken" below. And if one of these animals has appeared during a meaningful season of your life, share your story in the comments. Your experience may be exactly what another soul seeker needs to hear. Until next time, keep looking for the magic hidden in the ordinary by staying present in the moment.